this is a guide on a custom game called LigHt+. Now, let me say it to invite only, guys. This game is a very grindy and an RPG game, but once you start grinding it and you get a high enough level and you start doing some stuff in the game, it becomes really fun. I'd recommend everybody to try it out. But in order to get started, load this code you see on screen, YWV50. This will bring you to regular maps of LigHt+. Now, a little origin story. Recently, the game just got fixed by a new person. The original developer passed away. Rest in peace, Delvian, as you can see here. And the new recoder is... oh, it doesn't say. Is somebody called the Maven. Props to him and props to Delvian for even creating this game. Before we start, a little warning is the AI, like for the bots and stuff that you kill, is a little bit broken. I'll show you what I mean by that in a second, but the bots and everything is very broken. Now, once you load in, you're going to be very overwhelmed by what is going on, what the frick is going on. You're like, wow. So I'm going to show you what each station does, and then after I show you each station, I'll hop into the more, like, grindy experience and how to show you, like, everything. Okay, so you might see just like, oh my god, what's going on? I'm not going to go into this, but it kind of just explains what to do and what the main purpose of the game is. So these two, when you load into regular maps, keep in mind this is only on regular maps, you'll have these two teleporters. Teleporter 1 teleports to like point A on like the map you're playing on, and teleporter 2 TPs you to point B. And so, okay, so first off, there's a currency you earn and it's called gold. Now, how you earn gold is basically if you just go outside, eventually enemies start spawning. That's, I'm not sure when they spawn. Like, there's this Arista over here. Where's Arista? So, eventually, your tracer is very weak. However, after you kill an enemy, there's a high chance that you will either earn an item, or earn gold, or earn EXP. Now, you will always earn EXP. Hello. So this is a common item. Now, something interesting with these items is, first off, when you switch to it, you might see that there's a little asterisk above it, or to the side of it. When, by the way, just to clarify you, hello TPs you if your item has a special stat called teleport, and acknowledge makes it so you can switch to the item that's in your inventory slot. Now you have like around 5 inventory slots, I think, and I have to go inside or else I'm gonna die, because I gotta show you what these commons do. Now, I'm not sure if the 5 tracer will do this, but once you load in, you might notice an asterisk, which I already said. But if you keep on this item and you level it all up to level 60 and gain runes and all of that, you will upgrade into something called the Super Novice. Now, a Super Novice is basically just an overpowered item that's probably one of the best items in the entire game. Basically, the only reason I'm showing you this is because some people want the more grindy experience. So if I go outside here, you'll see that I have no abilities, only my primary and my passive, but you will unlock all of your abilities when you reach level 60. It is not recommended to start a Super Novice unless if you want to. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because Super Novices are probably the best item in the game for damage and defense. Now, what do I mean by damage and defense? So, attack and defense are one of the 2 main stats you have. Now, the reason why I don't say health is because health actually depends on your character itself, depending on its health, your stats, your imbuing, your rarity, it all depends on that. But Super Novices have a special thing where their visual effects can change between the main colors. Their main colors are red, I think blue, and some other colors, I think like yellow. What each of these colors do is so it has a chance to be like red, which I'm pretty sure increases your damage. Blue, I think, slows them down or something like that. And then yellow increases your pickup range if you have loot on that item. Alright, so another thing I do want to say before I go is the vendors in town. So when you start, you might just start killing enemies, right? Blah, 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 all of that. You might start gaining multiple items. It is recommended to sell items for gold to buy something called soul stones. Now, soul stones, when you buy them, there's a currency called heraldic favor, and you earn it by killing enemies. Now, heraldic favor increases EXP by like 1% each heraldic favor you have. And so as you notice, if you press F, you can sell an item, and what the buyback station does, it brings back that item. Now, the only reason you want to use this is if you accidentally sell like a unique, which is a stronger version of a legendary, or anything. The reroll rerolls your current stats if you have enough gold. Now, it rerolls your special stats, and this is useful for super novices that want to have multiple stats very powerful. The imbue increases your your imbue increases your rarity, so if you have a common super novice, it won't upgrade, but if you switch off and switch back to it, it will remove the star, and if you imbue it, it'll go to green rarity, and it gets more expensive, and there's more heraldic favor as you imbue it. Now, the maximum rarity you can imbue is legendary. Now, legendaries, you can imbue them further, and it will increase their special stats. Now, there's a certain type of legendaries. It's called raid legendaries. Now, raids are something special for like high-level players around level 85, which I'll explain in another video. But for now, all you gotta know is the current level cap is level 120, and there's no way you'll get there in like just one day. So there's this save code, which I don't care if you have this save code or not, but this will load a certain character or anytime, and you could load that character by inputting the numbers and pressing ultimate to confirm. After you press ultimate, you will load into your hero, your heraldic favor will be reset, you will keep your gold and soul stones, but your inventory will be cleared out. The gamble, when you have one heraldic favor or more heraldic favor, for heraldic favor and gold, you will gamble a random item rarity, randomizing a common item, or no, an uncommon item, all the way to a legendary item. And sometimes in raids, you will get a primal. Now, primals are just really powerful items, but they're not that powerful in most high-level scenarios. Now, this is called quests. Quests, you could trade in heraldic favor and gold for, you could trade in gold for heraldic favor and a random item. This is useful for high-level players who cannot get heraldic favor from enemies. And yes, you do need to be a certain level to gain EXP from certain enemies. Now, once you do a quest, after you turn it in, it'll give you the heraldic favor and the item. You could sell this item for the gold back if you want to save on money if you're doing a super novice. Now, one thing I do want to say is don't buy quests if you're trying to do a super novice that's trying to be leveled up. Now, the soul stones, however, are your main primary of EXP, and you should, if you want, there's something called a fixed preset. Now, I'll show you what that is right now. But basically, if you hold jump and ambulate, it will set the fixed level 1 to 12 on regular maps and 15 on adventure maps, cow level, and any other map setting. When you set this will fixate the levels, so when you travel throughout the map, it'll fixate the levels to those types of level, and it won't increase if you have a high-level player in your lobby. This is helpful if you have a super novice that struggles to kill enemies. You can have somebody kill the enemies for you after you damage the enemy. This also... Hold on. Before we go, if you look up like a LigHt+, like Discord server, you'll end up with like a Discord server link. If you join there, we'd be happy to like play with you. Unfortunately, currently right now, the server's kind of dead. Anyways, guys, I hope to see you in game, and I hope you start playing. Bye!